All right, how's this thing working here?
Hey, JD, you can start us off.
Okay,
How you doing, DA? Can you hear us?
I'm good. Yeah.
DA, you've done this before, obviously, albeit a while ago, but how different is it from being, I guess, the coordinator to the head coach? And also how odd will it be to not have Sean there?
Well, in answer to the second part, it'll be really odd. Sean's our leader, and he's the guy that has been running the show around here, and so it'll be a lot different. It'll be a big challenge without him being there. But the real deal is he's prepared all of us for how we have to play the game. We know what's expected of us. Every single one of us, every coach, every player, everybody on staff knows exactly what's expected of us. And our job is to go out there Sunday and perform. And that's what we plan on doing.
Catherine.
Hey, Dennis, I was wondering what time today you guys learned that Sean wasn't going to be coaching, and how did y'all decide who was going to assume head coaching duties?
Listen, we found out during our meetings this morning. That's when we were informed by Mickey that Sean would be out. And then Sean at a later time informed us of how he wanted to operate going forward. And so we just found out this morning and we adjusted, had a good practice today, and we're getting ready to go play a tough opponent on Sunday.
Rod.
I did. I got, I guess, two questions. The first one, are you expecting any other coaches to be out Sunday? And second, just how much does your past experience as a head coach help you with this, with this?
Well, look, I think certainly having some head coaching experience helps in situations like these. And obviously whenever you're in a deal like this, it's not an ideal situation, but I'm excited about the opportunity to go out there and perform on Sunday night. I think our guys are excited about it. In terms of, do I expect any other coaches? That's the environment that we're in right now. So you always have to be prepared for anything that could come up. And, hopefully we don't have to deal with that, but if we do, then we'll have to adjust.
Nick.
Yeah. How much does the scope of your job actually change? Like what all gets added to your current responsibilities now that you got the head coaching tacked onto it?
Look, Riz will handle the special teams and Pete will handle calling the plays on offense. I'll handle calling the plays on defense. What gets added is a little bit more of the game management situations. And certainly, we've handled that situation and communicated in those situations before. And so certainly with myself, with Pete, with Riz, with Ryan Nielsen, we'll handle all those game management situations together. But I guess ultimately that falls on me in terms of how we're going to manage the game.
That's going for it on fourth down, 2-point conversions, things like that.
Correct.
Luke.
DA, what's kind of the biggest part of not having Sean? Like, what's the most challenging part of not having him there on game day? And then, if you could, can you say whether he'll be involved tomorrow virtually at all while you guys are doing your last minute prep?
Well, certainly, everything's just kind of happened, so it's hard for me to tell you exactly how everything's going to operate. Over the next 24, 48 hours. Look, Sean will be heavily involved as he always has been. And so we'll just, this will be a situation that we have to continue to, be ready to change and adapt, and we'll do whatever's necessary to get the job done.
Anything else for Coach?
Okay, great, guys. Appreciate it.
Nick, you can start us off.
Mark, just how much different is it not having Sean out at practice? A couple of guys mentioned that he brings a lot of juice out there. Just what's it like not having him?
Hey, hold on one sec. J-Mac, can you unmute Mark? There we go. Sorry about that, Nick.
Hey, how's it going, man? Just how different was it not having Sean out there in practice, and just what is Pete like just in that role, his presence instead of Sean?
Yeah, I mean, anytime you lose your head guy, I mean, it's your leader of the team. It's the guy who leads our ship, man. So, it's obviously different not having him out there, but we have coaches who, step up and have done this numerous times before. Pete always does a great job of preparing, installing, calling plays, getting people lined up, and to execute our plays. And he's done this before, man. I remember many, many years ago when Sean was hurt and Pete stepped in and called plays, and our offense was still successful, put up a lot of points, put up a lot of yards, made a lot of big plays. So he just steps into that role right away on the offense, and many other coaches and players help pick up that slack. We pick each other up, we support each other, and we have each other's back. We know what the standard is. Coach Payton has set the standard for us, and we go out there and try to execute the standard at a high level, regardless of who's out there. And we take pride in that. And DA has been a head coach before, and he does a great job of organizing practice, getting us through the periods, getting us through, on and off the field, making sure guys take care of their body, making sure guys are executing at the practice plays and doing what we need to do so we can have a victory. So we have lots of coaches who step up and take that brunt off of us, take that brunt off of Sean so Sean can be comfortable. And like I said, man, he set the standard. We know what the standard is. And we don't compromise the standard regardless of whatever the situation is. So we have a lot of great guys, a lot of great coaches, a lot of great players, and we're just looking forward to the challenge.
Catherine.
You muted.
Sorry. Hey, I was saying, glad to have you back. What was last week like for you? Were you sick at all, or is it just you're just kind of sitting in your house waiting for the green flag to come back?
Yeah, I really didn't have any illness at all. I kind of felt like maybe like the day I tested positive, like the night before, I had like a little like it felt like post-nasal drip, like a little itchy throat kind of. And then, I just drank some tea and got some sleep and I was good. So I felt high energy. I didn't really have any sicknesses, no symptoms really. I was just waiting 10 days. I was trying to get 2 negatives as quick as possible. And I just kept testing positive, unfortunately. So I had to wait the 10 days and I just quarantined, tried not to, do my best, try not to spread. Try my best not to see anybody. And I was just waiting. Waiting to get back with the team. I was angry when I couldn't play Sunday. I woke up Sunday angry. So, but it's just part of what we're dealing with right now. So everybody just has to stay safe as possible, mask up, wash your hands, try not to be places that you don't need to be. And, we have to take this serious because, a lot of people are getting sick from it. So we just have to do our best, take our own part, and everyone has to be responsible and accountable.
Fletcher.
Mark, I know you're an intense guy and an intense player. We've all heard about, game day Sean and his kind of intensity on game day. Is somebody going to replicate that? Is it you? Is it a coach, or is it just something that isn't possible to be replicated with maybe the juice he brings on game day?
Yeah, I think Sean is Sean. Nobody can sit here and try to be Sean. He's his own person. He's his own coach, and what he brings to the table is irreplaceable. But what other people bring to the table is also irreplaceable. So I think everyone just steps up and you don't go out of the norm, to try and fill a void that's not there. You just try to be yourself. You try to bring the energy that you bring, and you try to, be contagious amongst your teammates with positive energy, positive plays. And, everybody encourages each other and supports each other. So I think everyone, especially in a night game going into Tampa, a critical game for us. I think that everyone will just, raise their standard. You got to elevate, you got to raise your standard. We know what our standard is here. So everyone just has to go out there and play to the best of their ability, execute to the best of their ability, and put themselves in the best position to have quality plays, have good plays to help the team win games. And I think we're all going to do that as players. from an individual standpoint. And I know the coaches are going to put us in great positions to have success. We have guys who have done this many, many years. Like I said, DA has been a head coach before. P has called plays before when Sean has not been out, and many other coaches who have great leadership and great coaching ability to put our players in great positions to go out there and execute and have success. So we're all leaning on each other, and we're all going to fight for each other, and we're going to hold it down for Sean as long as he's gone. You know what I mean? We just have a great team, great coaching staff, great players, great guys who know what the standard is, who know what the opportunity has, and we don't take it for granted. So we're going to go out there, we're going to fight and put ourselves in the best position to go out there, have success, and win a game.
Luke?
Mark, I know you guys have been dealing with this for a better part of 2 years now, but how hard is this just in the NFL right now, with where things can change on a moment's notice like it did today? Like how flexible do you guys have to be?
And you have to be super flexible. You have to be able to prepare and be able to adapt to change into the circumstances. And that's just, what we have to been dealing with and the world has been having to deal with. So you just have to adapt. You have to be able to adapt to change in the circumstances that are given to you. And now everyone's under these intense COVID protocols, and you have to abide by them. Everyone has a responsibility to be accountable to their teammates, to be accountable to each other. And like, I had to miss a game last week, and so did Cam. And, there's so many other people that are, positive this week. We just hope that everyone stays safe, everyone stays healthy, and that everyone recovers quickly from this. But you just have to be able to adapt to the changes and adapt to the circumstances. And that's just part of the world we're in right now with this COVID, is how, easy it is to, pass the virus. And, we just all have to be smart. We all have to be aware of where you're at, who you're around, wearing a mask, staying distant, not being places that you don't have to be. And if you are, just make sure you're masking up and, taking those type of precautions. So, yeah, you just have to be able to adapt to change, adapt to the circumstances. And it's difficult and it's challenging for everyone, but something that we have to do and something that we have to learn to thrive in.
Anything else for Mark?
I think Catherine has a question.
Mark, there's some reports out there that there's a lot of discussions with the NFLPA about wanting to eliminate the protocols altogether, like the daily testing and the quarantine links and things like that. Do you have any thoughts on that? I know you spent a lot of time talking about COVID today. Sorry, I'm just curious what you thought.
Man, I know those guys be working and trying to do what's best for us, but I mean, if you're not testing, I don't know how you're going to find out if guys have COVID or not. And, obviously I hated the 10 days that I was gone. I wish I could have been with my teammates. I wish I could have been with my family and my friends, but I'm just thankful that I didn't spread to anybody. So I think the main thing is just trying to make sure everyone's safe, make sure everyone's healthy, make sure everyone's families and everyone around them are safe and healthy. So whatever protocols we could come up with to make sure guys are healthy and safe and that their families are healthy and safe, that's what I support. But yeah, man, so we'll see what they come up with, and hopefully it's the best thing for everyone, that we could be safe, healthy, and have a season.
Last one, Rod.
Hey, Mark, we haven't talked to Cam this week, but just wanted to ask you, I mean, I'm sure you talked to him last week, but what was that like for him? Just, he had that long streak, had never missed a game. How tough was that for him, you feel like?
Yeah, I know it was tough for him because it was tough for me, and I've missed games, so for him to play 172 games, whatever it was, it's really astounding to even think about it, that the man's never missed a game. I mean, I know he's had back surgery and lots of other different things that he's played through, and he's never missed a snap, an NFL snap of an NFL game, 11 years into his season. I mean, it's just astounding, and it's crazy. And the fact that he had to miss his first game because of COVID, I know that was painful and difficult to sit there and watch the game. It was painful and difficult for me to sit there and watch the game. And unfortunately, I had missed the game 2 weeks ago or whatever because of my knee. But just putting myself in his shoes, I know it was super difficult. I know he was frustrated. I know he was upset because I was, and let alone, having a streak like that come to an end because of, the COVID protocols and all of that. So I know it was difficult for him, but, he's just a great dude, a great player. He's going to bounce back. We was able to prepare this week, and we're ready to go out and help our team win the game Sunday night. So I know that's what he's focused on, and that's what we're all focused on. But I know it's super frustrating and difficult for him to have to sit there and watch that game from home, not being able to partake in the team's victory. But he's healthy, his family's healthy, and I'm healthy, and I think that's something that we can all be blessed and happy for.
Appreciate it, Mark. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you.
Evan, can you unmute him?
Once he's unmuted, Luke, you can start.
Hey, Quan, just curious from your perspective of as a defensive player, what does Dennis Allen kind of bring to the table since he's going to be the head coach this weekend?
Man, he brings excitement, physicality, he's just been a great defensive coordinator all the way around. He gonna get us right, man. We're gonna handle business, and he the best man for it right now.
And then I guess what was kind of the team's reaction when you found out that Sean was COVID positive today?
The reaction was, man, we gotta stick to the plan. We praying that Sean gonna be fine. Hopefully we get him back sooner. But we gotta stick to the plan, stick to the goal, and get ready for Sunday night to get this victory.
Rod?
Hey, Quan, what are some of the things you all will miss about having Sean around, just his presence?
We're gonna miss a lot about Sean, just him, being himself. Like I said, he's a big dog, and we're gonna play for him. You know what I mean? We hope he's doing well, doing fine. We just know we gotta get out there and make it happen, get this win for him.
Luke?
Quan, is there any do you take any do you like going back to play in Tampa? I know that's where your career started. Does that mean anything more to you going back there?
I mean, that's why I got drafted. That was home. I can't wait to go back, feel the atmosphere, feel all that. But home is here now, so I'm ready to go out there and just show my abilities and get the job done.
Hey, Quan, I can't even remember if you were at the first Tampa game or not, but how different is this Tampa team from the one that the Saints played back at the end of October?
Sure, they still. I feel like they still the same now. You know what I'm saying? They got better over the course of the weeks. We've been getting better too. So I really just focus on us and what we can do when we get out there. I don't really worry about those guys. I feel like we prepared legendary this week, and we're gonna be ready to go.
My follow-up to that, just how much have you seen Leonard Fournette? It's kind of like when he went to Tampa, like things sort of picked up for him. He kind of got back to his old self. But what have you kind of seen out of him?
Oh man, yeah, he done got back to his old self. He been a dog. He been catching the ball out of the backfield, been doing a lot of legendary things. We gotta put a hold to him though. We gotta get right and make sure we're on top of our stuff, and we gotta handle him.
Anything else for Quan?
That's it for me. Thanks, Quan.
Oh yeah, have a legendary day.